We're rolling, mate.
Welcome to Bot War, the Clash of the Titans, Destroyer versus Leviathan.
Is that rolling out because you haven't had a game for so long? You just want to get it out of your system.
Gotta have a bit of fun with it.
Well, thank you for joining us. This is we haven't had a game for some time. We haven't really been in lockdown, unless it's self-imposed lockdown.
Well, I have. But,
So, yeah, it does feel a little weird. So, we've decided to, because we were going to play Beast Lords, but I don't have the Beast Lords painted yet.
And I forgot to pack them and bring them.
Yeah. So, we've, Aiden's made up he actually made my list as well. So he's made up 2 lists. So we're going to actually play Deceivers versus Atlantica. And you can see here that we're actually... this is the first time ever this is rolling out. We're actually going to play off 2 combiners against each other.
First time ever they'll hopefully meet in battle.
Yes. So this is sort of interesting. And I've not used a combiner yet. So yeah, it will be very interesting.
I've used Leviathan very poorly.
Yes.
Does that count?
So, Aiden, do you want to talk through your force, what you've chosen?
Alrighty, so we have the new fancy schmancy resin pre-production version of Crazy, and he is a cool little dude. Comes in at 4 points, nice and cheap, brings a couple of cubes with him. He does have Surge, so if he does manage to do any damage on someone, they take extra damage for any cubes they've still got on them. But he is primarily here just to feed cubes to other models. Nice.
It's quite good for 4 points to give 2 cubes, that's quite good.
Oh yeah, well there's the Deceiver upgrade that costs 4 points for a cube.
Yeah.
So as long as he doesn't die, he's better value.
Yeah.
Next up we have Symphony. And he looks like he should be strapped to the top of some sort of post-apocalyptic truck.
With lots of speakers on it and some big kettle drums.
Yeah, he's I actually really like the look of this fella and the details on the new little fellas there. That's pretty awesome.
They look like speakers in their chest.
They do, it's cool. So he's straight down the line, basically the same as Crazy, but swapping out Surge for Disorientate, which for a little guy like him could actually be a lot more useful, because coming in at SR4, he's pretty early in turn order, and if he can lay down an applied effect that's stripping defense off the opponents and making them more vulnerable, then that's going to make people coming in after him, like Destroyer, even more dangerous to anyone close to Symphony.
I think you did the rules for Symphony, didn't you?
Well, yeah, Symphony and Decibel, they've got a special place in my heart since I did the rules and wrote a little bit of backstory for them. And then the bulk of my force is Loader, Dump Truck, Digger, Roller and Dozer. They're here for one reason and one reason only: to get Anthony's lovely painted Destroyer up and running and on the table to smash face. Because it's really fun rolling a giant handful of black critical dice. But individually, there's a few of them that have got a bit of punch, so hopefully they're the ones that are alive if Destroyer comes crumbling down, so they can still do a job. And finally, we have the general level model, Narcitron. Now, this is the first time I've seen him live. This is also the pre-production resin, and he is a beast. He actually, he's about the size of the torso on Destroyer, which is a big model. Anthony actually said he scaled this guy down, so he would have been huge. But lots of cool, fun, spiky bits. Definitely something to look forward to when it comes out with the Deceivers crowd fund, because it wouldn't be coming out in metal with the way it's shaped, and pinning would be a nightmare, but for a resin model it's pretty nice. Now he's tyrannical, so he can, if anyone earlier in the turn order still got spare cubes left on them, he can, and they're within range, he can just strip a cube off of them, use it for his own nefarious purposes. He's a beast in close combat, with combat sword and scimitar, so anyone trying to hit him has a harder time, and if he rolls any potatoes, you can just re-roll them to get maximum damage out.
Okay, so Aiden chose my force here, but I'll talk through what. You right?
I'm just stealing your energy.
Oh, okay. What he's got. So obviously we've got the Mud Warriors here, which is the class to make Leviathan. So you need these 5 lots here. 4 of these come in the starter set, and Octo is a resin set that's available with some other Air Warriors. So it's actually not too bad points, really. 52 points you can get Leviathan on the table with these 5 bots. They are weaker on the whole than the builders, so fewer damage per limb as such. But I think the individual bots are actually a bit stronger, because 2 of them carry the magnetic disruption gun, which is actually quite a nasty ranged attack at close range.
I'll just interject. An interesting strategy you could actually use for Leviathan, because those MDGs are so brutal up close, but the people holding them are so flimsy, you could form Leviathan, march forward, and then voluntarily disassemble, and then let rip.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly right. So slightly different strategies available, or different tactics available with Leviathan, which is what I like. Like, I don't like the combiners just being the same type of. Destroy's definitely a walk up and smash sort of combiner, but Leviathan's not so much that. There's a few more tactics you can have with Leviathan. So also I've taken here 3 of the Air Warriors. Now they look the same, but they're definitely not. So we've got Necton, who's actually quite a good anti-air bot. So probably only on Aiden's side that Narcitron's the one that should watch out for that, being an air support warrior. All of these Atlantican flyers have air support, so they're very, very mobile. So we got Moray. He's pretty middle of the road, nothing really super special. In fact, he's almost the standard stat line for a bot in Bot War, which is 9 points, SR 5, strategy rating 5, movement 8, range attack 3, close attack 2, shields 3, and 6 damage, and 2 cubes. That's the standard line. The only difference is that he's got bully. So
my little guys need to worry about that, because they have the obscure special rule.
Yep, that's right. So, and my close attack specialist here would be Hydro. Now, Hydro is pretty good actually. For 11 points, he's quite good value. Combat Scimitar, so he's re-rolling some of those potatoes. So,
not something Anthony ever needs to do.
Yeah, I need to do that all the time. And his strategy rating's 3, so he's actually activating quite quickly in the game, and he's actually got 3 close attack. So he's pretty good in close attack, well above average. But he's certainly not on Destroyer's level. So we're gonna load up our cubes for the first turn here. Now this is called the power.
Control the space portal.
Oh yeah, we're going to do control the space portal. We've set that up. But this is the power up phase where we put our cubes. Aiden might have already done his onto our stat cards. Now, for those that don't know much about Bot War, the cubes are used to power your models in your activation phase. So I always start off by putting the basic amount on. Don't need those two. And then I actually start playing around with them to see what I'm actually going to do here. So, I don't know what to do, Aiden. I might...
I think one of the first things we should do is roll off to see, in the case of a tied strategy rating, which force activates first.
Yeah, sure.
And that'll be me.
So I think I actually think I might just leave all that as they are and see what happens. See what happens like that. Let's take these guys off the board. Line that up there. Doesn't fall off the table. Right. So in Botwell we deploy based on strategy rating order. So I've got a strategy rating of 3 as my lowest, Aiden.
And my lowest is 4.
Okay.
So for this scenario, it's not the same as the base scenarios that we often play. You actually get to deploy up to 6 inches into the table.
Oh, we need tape measures. Have you got tape measures?
Not one you'd want me using.
That's okay. I'll use one of those as well. We're using another company's tape measures. I actually don't know where my tape measures have gone.
Well, it's been that long since we've had it.
Yeah, that's right. They're probably holding up the short leg of one of these shelves.
So the interesting thing about the Space Portal is if you are trying to play the points game, you can get victory points from turn 3 onwards for starting your turn with a model closest to the centre of the Space Portal. Or alternatively, if you're just playing the smash and kill everything game, don't worry about that, because it is risk reward. From turn 6 onwards, there is a 1 in 6 chance the Space Portal will activate and all the models inside will be removed from play.
We haven't played this for a long time, actually. Just so you guys know, with these videos, for those who haven't seen, they're super raw. I never do any editing, mainly because I am not that skilled and I don't have the time. So it's almost as if you were sitting here with us. You hear all the mistakes, all the gaffes, all the stuff-ups, all the confusion. Pretty raw. So you might have to fast forward through lots of it to see actually much of the actions. I've got hydro down.
Just working on the 6 inches. Right. Now, it would be tempting for me to pop my little battery type characters over in the corner behind things, but the air support characters could zip over there and cause them some harm. So I don't want to leave them out and at risk, but I don't want them getting shot either. Where's 6 inches get me here? And the problem is, 6 inches just does not seem to be enough.
Never is, mate.
I'll tuck him behind the stacks there. And Symphony's a 4 as well. So we'll tuck him in behind the other stack.
I'm very pleased with my oil refinery scenery.
Oh yeah, for a bit
made from some nails and some bit of plumbing end caps. Okay, so what do we got next? I've got a 5.
I've got 6s for the builders.
So we might throw down. I'll throw down more there.
Now you don't have anyone with blast.
No.
Good, because blast is a really horrible thing to have happen to you when you have to clump together to combine. Anyone who took damage, the blast would trigger and all the models within 2 inches of them would also take automatic damage. And I need to keep an eye out for those air warriors. So who's the best to have their head poking out and who needs to be tucked away?
It needs to be shot so you can't form destroyer.
Well, this is the concern. Shield 2, but the combat shield. And they all have to be within 2 inches of the core combiner. So on a 40mm base, you can have them in a line and still be within range to get that to happen. But
Well, that's brave.
I've got to leave someone poking out to get shot.
Okay, so I'm going to throw down Necton over here.
I've got the 9.
Oh, I've got 9?
Yep.
So let's throw all these guys down then.
Now, I'm not opting to use the themed game special rules because an Deceiver Air Warrior could start in the space portal, but I kind of feel like that would mean first turn there'd be a few Atlantican Air Warriors swooping in and gunning him down. So which one's the one with ground to air?
This guy.
Right, so that's the one I don't want to see me. Oh, which is unfortunate because I was thinking about popping him up on the hill there. How is it going to be? I think you've got a shot. If you do, I'd definitely get terrain. So there.
That's what you get for being so huge, Narcitron. Okay, we're ready to roll.
I hear he's big in Japan.
So we just start. So I'm on a strategy rating 3.
Actually, do we not have any strategy rating ties? Because I've got
6.
4, 6, 9, 6 is a tie. Okay, so my builders go before him.
Yep.
That's good.
Okay. Got 8. Just... where do I want to go here? And what do I want to do exactly? I want to have a couple of pot shots over there. I might just zip around here. I think I've got line of sight there.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, and I'm just going to have a couple of pot shots at old mate with his shovel claw.
Digger.
So that's 1 cube to move and 1 cube to shoot. Now, when you're shooting over 10 inches, you take 1 dice off. So I've only got 2. Only rolling 2 dice.
How many shots are you going to be doing?
Just one shot.
Right, I might just tank this one and hope for the best.
Okay.
Yes!
0.
Success.
0 hits. Okay, so I'm up to 5s.
I blocked 4.
You didn't.
Oh man, I didn't. The whole point of bringing Crazy in Symphony was to dole cubes out to other people, and then I've just left all the cubes on them.
Yeah.
It's been that long, man. And their RA is so pathetic. There's really no point them taking pot shots at the start.
Yeah, but you can still use Tyrant later.
This is true. This is true. So Narcitron can potentially steal cubes from them. That will cover up for my mistake. I planned it that way all along. We've actually got a decent sized move. So Crazy's got a 7. The problem is if this was an objective based map.
It is.
Okay, from turn 3 onwards. If this was an objective based map where he could be securing a cube right now, it would be worth sort of doing something about that. I'm not going to be able to get line of sight on anything worth shooting. Alright, I think he's just going to have to take a pot shot at... Old mate has poked his head out, but I need to try and minimise...
I'm going to check if that's still
those
recording.
things.
Yep, still rolling. Sometimes my camera just decides to just turn off for some reason. So we have to that happened in the first games we used to play. A lot.
Alright,
Even
now,
some fantastic games we had and we're like, oh, I didn't record.
or it had missed the key critical part
Yeah,
where
that's right.
Anthony's luck turned and everything was going his way.
Yeah, that's right.
Alright, now Crazy is going to unleash with all of his power.
Oh, yeah.
1 purple die.
Okay, go.
Obviously.
Yep.
Moray, is it?
Hydro.
Hydra.
Ooh. Oh!
Success!
takes the damage.
If only he had cubes
He
left
doesn't
on
have
him,
cubes.
the surge would have kicked in.
He doesn't have cubes.
Oh, I see you there using your fancy spin down D10.
I can't even remember. My brain is just not working. Here we go. He's on 5.
So Symphony's on 4 as well. I kind of feel like I want to get Symphony up close, so at the opportune moment, yeah, he can just unleash
guitar.
and disorientate. So I'm thinking I might double move him because 6 inches. Oh no, I'm not going to have anything worth shooting anyway. So we'll be conservative for now and just keep a cube spare just in case anyone decides to pot shot at him. Plus it's a cube that can be stolen from him with the tyranny.
We must be up to 5s now, are we?
Indeed.
Okay.
See, that's why Narcitron's so big, to make it easier to have line of sight to a friendly model to steal cubes from.
I think I'm just going to pop over here and just have another pot shot at
Digger?
Digger.
Yeah, I'll
boost.
boost.
Are you going to boost?
I'll boost.
Okay.
Because this is the last shot that's coming in before
great.
I get to just as well I did. So just avoided the damage.
Okay.
So now the fun begins.
Yes.
Boys and girls at home, we are going to activate a super ability once per game, and the one we're going to activate is Combine. So that's going to cost 2 cubes from each of the builders, leaving me with 1 measly cube on Dump Truck. The point of that is Dump Truck is the core combiner. So that's the cube that will be used for the second activation. Okay. Now we need to play swapsies.
So Destroyer's got to replace the core combiner, the middle of the space where the core combiner was. So any other models are just put aside.
Usually I stick them on the card when they're dead, so I'll just have to remember.
I'm doing well if they're all dead.
Yeah, well, it looks like it, doesn't it? So now
It looks like Narcitron's just like, yeah, go forth and destroy.
The power. Oh. Now, in my experience, combiners, when they come down hard, and it usually means you're going to lose. But, oh, gee, it's so satisfying putting one of these on the table. Now, at this range, there's not a huge amount of benefit because at short range, he would get an extra black critical die. In close attack, he would get 2 extra black criticals, so 3, on top of Dump Truck's regular 2 purple dice. And the survivability is they're now rolling 6 shield dice to any shots coming in. So that's
pretty hard.
It's a lot of tanking, hopefully.
Yeah.
But at long range, he will shoot just as well as Dump Truck would have shot. There's no real change there. So do I stride forth and get ready to get gunned down? Or do I take a pot shot and hopefully whittle down? Actually, I might get 1 long range shot from Leviathan. I don't want to go too close because you might try something sneaky like charging forward with magnetic disruption guns. And that would wreck my day.
No, not with 6 shield dice. I think it would be okay.
Well, you say that. Well, why don't we keep pouring the hurt onto, what was it, Moray, the one who's already taken damage.
Oh, that's Hydra.
Hydra, alright.
Yeah.
Those Atlantican warriors, they're just, yeah.
They're all the same.
I didn't say it. You
Okay.
just have to
What do you got?
differentiate your paint scheme. That yellow, man, it's hideous. Yellow, why would you paint yellow? Alright, so let's see. Oh, my yellow trash shirt doesn't...
Hey, we're laughing.
Alright,
You call yourself Destroyer.
That's not his forte.
Okay, I'm up to Necton. I think... Can I... Not really.
No,
Necton's
you might be able
going
to see
to air support.
Oh.
So he's going to go in... Actually, he's going to go over here. So I can start collecting objectives in the third turn.
Defensive play.
Yes.
You,
So he's out of line of sight.
have you got any cubes left on him?
Nope.
No. So it was the 2 just to get him into.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So tactical manoeuvre.
Yep. And I'm up to 7s now.
Let's
My
see.
turn. We're going to go...
Oh, here we go.
Dun, 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 dun. And once again, we just pay the cubes and replace these guys with the big guy.
The power of the earth versus the power of the sea.
You got an advantage, you're in home territory. And I didn't put my cube onto the core combiner. So we can't do anything. Shush, we haven't played for ages.
Oh yeah, we've
I actually had 2 cubes and I was going to just like move forward. Anyway.
Alright. So is that all of your guys activated now?
Yep.
Alright, cool. So Narcitron. The advantage, sometimes you might feel like a really high SR is a disadvantage because you've got this great guy but he has to tank all the hits and avoid all the fire. But when you get to the end of a round and you've just got this guy who can lay down devastation, it's so satisfying because Narcitron does have line of sight to Symphony. So he can use his tyrannical rule to steal this cube I strategically placed on Symphony. Because he only had 2...
You mistakenly left on Symphony.
Yeah, well, there's that. He had 2 cubes, so that wasn't really enough to do much of use. But now he's got 3. And 3 cubes is enough for an air support and then a follow-up shot at point-blank range.
Bring it.
I'm really tempted to go into the sea, right in the middle there.
Bring it.
Of the space portal, but I'm not going to drop him in one hit, and then he's going to ground-to-air missile me.
Yeah.
But ground-to-air missile means at long range you shoot as if you're at short range. So by closing into short range, I'm taking away his advantage.
How do you work that? It's exactly the same either way.
Yeah. Well, at long range, you shoot better than me because I have to drop a die. But at short range, well, it's on. And Narcitron has 4 shield dice.
Yeah, he's pretty nasty.
In the game, how many models actually have 4 shield dice?
Most of the Beast Lords.
Well, if you're not a Beast Lord. But it's a very small handful.
Yeah, I think there's maybe 2, 3.
Yeah, so
maximum.
he is
Of which
10.
he's one of them.
And he's got 10 points of damage, double figures damage.
Yeah,
Same thing. Beast Lords don't have 10 points of damage for the most part. So he could triple his...
You realise if he wins, he's getting nerfed.
Yeah, well...
I'm just kidding.
He could triple his movement to 27 inches. He has 9 inches of movement. That also is crazy darts. For 20 points, he's actually a beast compared to the likes of Mega Tyrant and War Duke. He's got a lot going on, man.
Have I made a mistake, maybe? Maybe he's supposed to be 29 points.
Yeah, maybe. So, yeah, we're going to triple our movement here with an air support.
Okay. That's not tripling your movement.
I don't need to go all the way. I
thought you were going to come over and take on Leviathan.
Yeah, you'd like that.
Oh, you're bragging how good he was.
I'm tempted to pop him right there because the visual of him just being right behind the unsuspecting little fella there is so tempting, but it means he's going to be in straight line of fire. so I think he has to pop over to this side of the space portal. And that gives him 1 cube left for a shot. He can't afford to boost, obviously, but it is short range, so it is 3 purple dice. And in theory, this could drop him.
It could.
Probably not, though. Definitely not.
Oh, it's going to do a lot.
Ooh.
It's going to take 4 damage. He's got 1 damage left.
So basically, if I'd rolled better, he would have been gone.
He would have been. Oh dear. Good to see that my rolling hasn't deserted me in the time that we've not played.
Nothing but blanks. Nothing but blanks.
Okay. What do we got?
We got turn 2.
We got turn 2.
Time
Let's
to power up.
cube up. I won't make a mistake with my cubes this time.
Now the question is, does he charge into Narcitron for some close attack fun, or do you try and shoot or run away, or... Now, once you've got a combiner formed, you just dump all the cubes on the core combiner. And the trade-off there is, it's all well and good, but if someone with Surge is to scratch you before you get to activate and spend all those cubes to maintain... Well, I'm sorry, you don't have to put all the cubes on the core combiner, but if you're intending to maintain the form, that's the way you'd need to do it. So you probably want to dump all your cubes on Octo.
Why? Oh yeah, I've done that. I'm going to maintain the form, of course. So I've got. You just pay it from each individual one. You still got to lay them out with 2, but you got to make sure that core combiner has the extras, because he's the one activating the activations.
Do I? I don't think Crazy gets a turn this round. I think his cubes are going to his friends.
What about your great strategy from last turn that you were talking about, leaving the cubes on the little guys?
Yeah, that's Symphony.
Oh.
Crazy's cubes are going to go on to Narcitron and Destroyer.
Okay.
So I've got some shield boosting I can afford to do.
Okay.
I'm tempted to pull cubes off Symphony as well. I'll leave him with a cube. Alright, done.
I don't know what I'm going to do with my cubes here.
All of a sudden the game feels a lot tighter when you've got 4 models on the table instead of 8.
But energy cubes, there never seems to be enough of them. That's the trouble.
That's why you need little cheap rubbish guys.
Yeah, but someone didn't give me them in my army list. Anyway, okay. Let's go Hydro. Hydro, I think it's time to activate your air support. And we're going to triple our move to 24 inches.
Now the beauty of Anthony's list though is if you've got the starter set, you only need 1 other pack to get Octo and a couple of Air Warriors and the Leviathan, and you could mimic Anthony's list tonight.
The chair. So Hydro's moving to there. He's now going to do a full short range attack.
I'm going to boost.
With 3 attacks. I thought you put all your cubes off Symphony.
No, all off Crazy.
Ah.
So boosting, I have 2 by default. He's obscure, so he gets 1 extra against ranged attack. And I've boosted.
4. Ooh, takes the damage.
Do you want to chuck me a damage dice, mate? I don't need to spin down. He hasn't got that much life. He doesn't need to spin down. Oh, you're confident. Hands me a handful. Where's the 3 on there? Alrighty.
Okay. So I'm up to strategy rating 5 now.
Because I boosted my defence, which I'm hoping was the shield dice that came up on a 2 and not one of the ones that's I I now have no cubes on either of my SR4 models, so go straight back to Anthony.
Right, okay, so Moray only has a single cube. Do I use it to move or shoot? I think I'm going to have to shoot with it. If I shot it crazy, he's getting 2 shields, obscure, and terrain.
Yeah, so that's...
Which is actually almost
3 reds
better
and
than
black.
the 6 shields from Destroyer, which is the only... I think I'm just going to move him, to be honest. So we're just going to use our 1 cube here and just move him up out of harm's way for a bit. So I'm now up to strategy rating 6.
And I am as well, but because of the roll-off at the start, I get to go first. Now, it'd be futile to lumber forward and do another long-range shot at his towering opponent, Leviathan, but Hydro just hurt his little buddy. So, using dump truck stats, I have a movement of 7 inches. So, I'll pay the 2 for each to maintain the form, obviously. I'll pay the cube to move. To meander 7 inches around the bend.
Come closer.
Yeah, I realise I'm giving up the advantage with that. Probably get into... I don't know, actually, because he's got a really high eye.
I'm thinking terrain.
Come around behind his eye. It's pretty much just the back leg I can't see.
Oh, I can't actually bend over because of my back. Oh, he's still half his model.
It's 1 leg! How's this work? I get 2 extra black dice, that's right. And, oh, you know what? I might pay for a boost as well.
You can't boost if you're a combiner.
Not even shield dice. Damn. Well, I just put extra cubes on him for no purpose. Hopefully Narcitron will be able to steal them. Alright, so 3 purples and 2 blacks. Oh, that's a terrible roll.
Oh,
5. He can live.
He could. What did I get? 3?
Yeah.
2? So he's on 3 damage left.
No. Terrible roll.
It hurt though.
Good. Alright, well now you get to have your revenge.
Necton, no, I'm running away. Necton.
It wasn't Necton I was thinking about.
Necton actually.
You're not even going to shoot at Narcitron. Coward.
I probably could. You know what? I'm gonna shoot at Narcitron first.
Well, since I know I'm going to be able to
With
steal
3
a free
shots.
cube later, I'm just going to boost his shields.
Okay.
Oh, 5.
Take 5.
How about instead of taking 5, I take 2?
Oh! Still gets 2 through! And you know what? I'm getting out of here now.
Hit and run.
Hit and run. He's got movement of 8. So I'm actually just going to move 8 to here with his second activation. In Bot War, you can activate, you can shoot or move or shoot twice, move twice. You can do lots of different things in any order.
Activate a super ability once per game.
Yeah.
And now we get to see how the Lord of the Sea responds.
Ah, right. So we're obviously paying our cubes to maintain our form. And I actually think that we can move 7, probably get a short range shot in there.
Ooh, I hope not. If you can, I've miscalculated my range.
Well, hang on. Let's see how far we go there. I have to... Yeah, nah, you haven't. So I can't get a long range shot in.
Woohoo!
But I am actually going to stroll out. I'm going to move that scenery a bit because this base is too big.
This pillar of rock means nothing to me.
Well, that's right. He just smashes it aside with his arms. I'm going to take a long-range shot at...
Oh, shoot a destroyer. It'll go really well.
Yeah, Crazy's conveniently behind the tallest thing.
How did he manage to do that?
Well, I'm going to shoot at destroyer anyway. Let's see what happens. So I think we've only got, 2 range attacks? What's it say?
Well, it's at long range. It's your standard, whatever your core combiner's got.
Okay. 3. Roll your 6 shields. Come on. Yeah, no.
Slightly more than 3. It's always interesting when a combiner goes down just to see the fallout.
So, I don't know whether these guys are going down because last time we played, remember I'd taken a bunch of wounds off one before it became the combiner.
Well, the game I played with my 8-year-old, the combiner formed on the first turn and the snake core slowly chipped it down, a point here, a point there. And then it got to the point that when it did crumble, the bot that took the damaging hit died, but all the other bots take 1 auto damage, and that took out like 2 others because they'd just been chipped down before and after combining. Alright, so Narcitron.
Narcitron.
Oh, if I move him out there, he's right in front of Leviathan.
Fee, fi, fo, fum.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Narcitron can see Destroyer, so he's tyrannical and he's going to steal a cube. He's got 9 inches to play with.
I just have to keep out of line of sight forever from him.
Forever. Why not?
Okay, that's awfully brave.
I did the math, and I'll be able to get a short-range shot at Leviathan, but you would be able to charge into close combat first. So Narcitron's saying, bring it. He's going to show you how big and bad he is. Now, he's got a boosted shot.
How many extra shield dice do I get? 3.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't say I was shooting Leviathan.
Oh, okay.
Narcitron, he's a deceiver. He's not noble. He's not valiant. He's got a wounded enemy on the run. So...
I will laugh if Necton survives this.
Let's see how the 4 purples at point blank range go.
Oh,
7.
That's going to be... I don't think I can do it with 3.
Well, you can block 6.
No. He's out. Necton goes down, first casualty.
First blood for Galaxy.
Oh. Okay.
Turn 3.
Recubing. Oh dear.
So from the end of this turn, VPs can be gained from the space portal.
Damn.
It was a brave move, but I think Narcitron is going to get punished for doing it. And Hydro being alive makes me think I might not bother putting cubes on Symphony.
You're going to take that guitar and smash it over his head.
I'm really upset because I kind of wanted to see him get out there and do some amazing things. But I'm thinking Narcitron's going to need to be able to boost because he's going to be drawing some fire this turn.
Yep. Okay. So can you please move Hydro into close attack with Symphony?
Oh, really? Are you sure you want to attack Symphony? Maybe you could...
Well, maybe actually a boosted shot would be better, but I think that might be better. What's better? A boosted shot or a black critical?
What's his Long range.
No. Go into close attack. He's got 3 close attacks. Actually, yes, I'm only getting the black critical extra.
And because I'm obscure, I'll have 1 less shield dice in close. So I get 2 red dice.
Where's the purples? Oh, here.
There's a stack over on my side. You've got all the reds.
I need to smash him down now.
It's not going to be hard. Blanks. That's not blank.
Yeah, but it's not great. It's only 5.
5 to 4. He lives.
Oh no! See,
My little buddy, but I had no faith in him.
he must have taken no damage.
Yeah, 1 point.
He's on 2.
He's on half health. We're down to the yellow on the spin down. Ooh, doesn't look pretty.
Okay, so I'm up to 5s.
I have crazy on 4, and you've ruined my plan because I expected Symphony to die, and then crazy was going to unleash on him at short range. And I think he's too far away for me to move in and then actually be able to do anything. Would it be crazy to try and get a surge shot of 1 purple dice through against Leviathan? I think that would be crazy. Why not? Let's try that for fun. He's not that crazy. He's going to do it from back here. And luckily Leviathan's so huge. Otherwise we might have had some difficulty seeing
Go
him.
on, roll your dice.
So, what's the chances?
It's big, but then again,
If it comes
my
off,
rolling.
if it came off, how amazing would that be? I rolled blank, so never mind. So you're up with your 5s.
No, 7s.
Oh, I killed you 5.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh no, my 5. My 5 is here.
Yeah.
Sorry. My 5 is actually going to air support.
ooh. Oh, he's going for the VPs.
He's going for the VPs.
You're assuming it's going to run the whole 8 turns and you're going to edge the win on VPs.
Hopefully.
Curses.
Hang on, I can't be seen there, can I? Let's try and move out of the way a bit more. I don't want to actually be seen by Astron at all.
No, he's a bit of a beast. So 6s.
I'm up to 7s.
Alright.
Crazy's looking awfully tough behind
Oh,
Destroyer there.
I'd be feeling pretty tough if I had my big friend standing in front of me as well. So yeah, we obviously pay the 2 for all the builders. So it costs 10 cubes to maintain. Right, how far out are we?
Better check we're still filming. Oh yeah, still filming.
Alright, so
This might be over quite quickly, this game.
now it's base to base, yeah?
Yeah.
So if I get up,
How are you going to get past that model?
I don't need to get past him to be within short range.
Oh, okay.
The whole point is you can't charge in against him. Alright, so now we've got a short range shot, which I've been informed I can't boost because I'm a combiner.
That's true.
But it is 3 purples and 2 blacks. So hopefully we can sneak some damage through and get a good distribution on it. Oh, it's 6. On an average roll, Anthony should block all of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ooh,
Leviathan.
my plan.
Okay.
Oh.
Now we will we'll see some things.
Yeah, I hope not.
I am obviously paying my costs.
Oh, maybe you could disassemble and not.
Funnily enough, it's not a silly idea.
It's not with those MDGs. But it's not what the punters have come to say.
I'm actually going to do 2 shots at Narcitron.
Okay.
If I do that though, you're gonna just charge through.
I'm hoping I'll
Try and
survive.
bash me.
Or run into the space portal and gun down.
No, I'm talking about Destroyer.
Well, Destroyer's already activated.
Yeah, but next turn.
Yeah, but I'm outside of...
Anyway, I'm going to do it. I'm going to shoot. So what have I got? 3 with 2.
A bit of boost.
So I've got 5 dice altogether, is that right?
Yep. So 5 shield dice. Narcitron's pretty tanky. I'm hoping he can tank for the party.
Oh! For those that can't see that, we've almost rolled perfect dice. We've got 12, but this was a blank. So we could have almost done 15 hits.
Off the top of my head,
he can still survive.
216.
You have to roll all 2s.
That's about a 1 in 1200 roll. Because there's a 1 in 6 distribution on that face. Alright, stay alive. Block 6, he blocked half of it. He's alive and really hurting. He's also on the yellow face of the...
Well, I'm afraid I'm going to have to do it again.
Yeah, well, now your true form needs to come out for me, please. I'm going to be sad.
You dare face Leviathan, you pitiful, tiny... Oh, that's not that good.
It's still better than any shooting
6,
Destroyer's
7.
done.
7.
Yeah, but
I only need 2.
I've got to block at least 6. And that's 5. Oh.
Is he dead?
Oh.
Yes! Narcitron, you're big, you're scary, but you're not all that compared to the Leviathan.
No, because if we do the math, he cost 20 points. That's a quarter of my force. And I actually
in fairness, that was 52 points.
I thought you were going to charge and I could tank 1 close hit. And yeah.
Well, I thought about, because he's got a combat sword, so he's like taking stuff off, and he's better in close attack than he is at shooting.
Yeah. I was hoping you would make a poor choice, basically, which is a terrible way to plan.
Now the big guys are just facing off against the entrance of the space portal.
At this point, I think you've definitely swung the advantage your way because your 2 air warriors are significantly stronger than mine.
Hydro's only on 3 damage.
Yeah, Symphony's on 2 and he's much, much weaker.
Well, that's because you ran crazy away and didn't want to help him out.
Yeah, well, you get that. Turn 4 and you take a VP.
Oh, yes. For being hiding cowardly inside the space portal. Are you marking up that already?
Well, I'm adding your VP so I can keep track, just in case it's relevant. We shall see. Alright, well, you've got the 3.
Oh, we're cubing up again.
Yeah, man, turn 4.
I haven't even cubed up yet. I was just basking in the glow of taking down...
He didn't even get to tyrannically steal a cube off Destroyer and use it against you. So disappointed.
Okay. Well, I think seeing as Hydro's already in close attack, he's going to do another close attack.
Yeah, I'm going to boost for obvious reasons.
So you get a free black dice whenever you're in close attack. Bot War gets pretty brutal as the closer you get. Yep. So as you probably worked out. So we've got 5, 6, 7.
And dead.
Dead, only by 2. And now I'm going to actually move. Sorry for everyone seeing the back of my head. He's coming for you, crazy.
You're assuming crazy won't charge in and get him.
That's true.
He doesn't happen to have any cubes left on him, does he?
No.
Damn. But he's only got 3 hit points.
I'm up to 5s.
So I think Crazy is going to vow revenge. I'm assuming you've positioned him so you'd get terrain.
Oh, against shooting? Probably. I didn't really think about it. I'm so full of confidence.
Oh, actually, that's an idea. I could charge in with Crazy.
Yeah, if you can see him.
I'm pretty sure he can see him straight through there.
It's actually better because you can boost and get a free black.
He's got Scimitar, so he's got the reroll, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I didn't use last turn, which I should have.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you haven't got cubes on you, so the surge wouldn't trigger. So, yeah, Crazy.
Surge only works at range attack now.
Yeah, and you've got no cubes on you. That's why it wouldn't trigger, and there's no points. So for close attack,
Crazy's bringing it.
And a boosted close attack for 2 purples and a black. Oh no, yeah, no, 2 purples and a black. Get those out.
Has he only got 1 close attack normally?
Yeah, these guys. 3. That's not going to do it.
What did you get? 3.
3.
3 versus 3.
Yeah, well, that failed. All right, I think Anthony's going to rack up a win here, just quietly.
You're up. Strategy rating 6. Oh no, me. Strategy rating 5.
Come out. Come on, poke your head out. You know you want to.
You know what? I'm gonna. 1 move. And shoot. At close range. 3 shots at you, Destroyer. 2 hits. Oh.
Yeah, that's definitely not. I feel like you need to be punished for your hubris. I feel like you need to be denied more victory points. So yeah, I'm thinking his first shot, after I pay the 2 off every model, will be to load... Get back. Unload into our little friend trying to take over the space portal. So what's that? It's...
Do you know in close attack,
3 and 2.
it's actually more beneficial if you're fighting a big guy with a big guy. I think it'll actually be more beneficial to disassemble and let your multiple combat bonus stack up.
Yeah, well, maybe that's something you can do on your activation. Disassemble, use some magnetic disruption guns, see how you go. You're going to need a few of these for your little friend there.
What do we got? Are we shooting at him?
Yeah.
Okay.
He needs to be punished. That should do
Ooh,
it. It's 9.
He's on full. I could save this.
Well, he's not going to be on full in a second.
3.
So 6 points of damage.
Overconfidence is your weakness.
That'll do it. Maybe I should run away.
Yeah, go.
I should run and hide behind here. Just so you
I
can't...
don't think you can make that far. You don't have that distance.
Well, it's just about creating distance from magnetic disruption guns.
I'm not disassembling. I'm going to smash him.
But then, also it'll disincentivize Hydro from finishing off Crazy because then you'll have that guy right there. See, the problem I see happening is you're going to finish off Crazy and then be able to swing Hydro in to finish the job. It's not the craziest idea, backing off just to be in position.
I'm not sure whether it's the thing Destroyer would do.
Yeah, there's this. I'm out of range, so I'm not charging forward because I'm going to make you work for it as well. So we'll just unload. We'll see what we can do. It's a close range shot. That's the problem when you need to move 7 inches. You can shoot 10 inches, and you don't want to go up and give the other person the advantage. Okay. Oh, garbage.
What'd you get?
7. Yeah, that won't do it.
Oh, I only got 7.
Yeah, but still.
Okay, I'm bringing it.
Consider it
We're
done.
paying our price. Actually, are we just going to sit here and just like smash each other? Or
Well, the question is, who makes the first move?
Well, I'm going to move up to the entrance of that with my...
Oh, so you can be closest to the entrance of the space
That's right.
bridge.
Now I'm going to smash you with a shot.
I like how, and I think it'll probably pay off. You've set up the second tier win of surviving until the end of the 8th turn. So at this point, the pressure is on me to destroy everything, because if Anthony survives and we both have models on the field at the end of turn 8, then Anthony wins. He's going to squeak it out on victory points.
Okay, here we go. Shot straight into Destroyer's chest. 8. Not bad.
8. Alright. And 8.
Oh.
Too evenly matched. These massive mountains of metal.
Okay. Recubing.
And Anthony picks up another VP. Turn 5. We're into the back half of the game.
I'm toying with the idea of disassembling and charging all 5 guys into Destroyer.
Oh, you should do that, except you activate after me, so I could do that to you.
To be honest, I think it would work. I think it would actually work.
You realise the more you talk about it, the more it makes me want to do it, right?
But I think it could work.
It's crazy.
I think you've got to do with combat mace as well.
I do, roller. I have a combat mace, I have a combat scimitar,
Yeah.
I've got 2 close combat beasts who I would, if I was smart, line up so they came in late in the order, so they were the ones with the bucket loads of dice.
Yeah, I think that might be the answer. Okay, Crazy's going down, so I'm going to do a boosted close attack. Do I even need a boosted close attack against Crazy? No, I'm just going to do a normal close attack against Crazy because I've got 3 close attack dice. I get a free.
You haven't hurt him yet, so I'm going to boost my shields.
Okay.
He might live.
No, he won't.
But he might.
Oh, 5. He might.
He's on half health. He's alive.
Well, I'll have to do it again then.
Well, I might. So how many dice you on?
He's got 3 close attack standard.
Better boost again.
Boost.
I can't afford to not.
6.
Not 6.
Crazy goes down, down, down. He actually put up a good fight. He's done 2 rounds.
For what he is, yeah.
Yeah,
he
for 4
shouldn't.
points. He actually held up an 11-point model for like 2 rounds. Okay. I'm up to
So,
7s, mate.
if you voluntarily disassemble
Yes.
while in base-to-base contact,
Oh, no. I don't think... you can, I guess, yeah. I think it says you can disassemble at any time, doesn't it?
well, basically not paying the cost to maintain it would force the disassemble.
Oh, that's true.
But yeah, it's an interesting edge case, and since this
Well, you can't move and then disassemble. You just don't pay the cost, right?
But my point is, if I charge into you, then you do some beardy, sneaky shenanigans to disassemble and then pile on the hurt. Cool combine a special roll. I feel like this isn't going to go well.
I thought you were disassembling.
No, I'm worried if I charged in and went for a big swing, you'd just go, oh, okay, you hit me once. Now, meet my army of little guys.
I probably would do that. But you could do that anyway, right? Like, you could do that anyway if you killed a guy then I would be forced to disassemble it anyway.
Oh, so you're saying the chances that all of my damage went into one model? Combine to use. Interestingly, combine doesn't say anything about not paying the cost and disassembling.
Yes, it does. Somewhere. It might not say it in that spot, it does say.
Yeah, I've checked both. Only mentions if you've taken the damage.
It does at the bottom of about maintaining. They all have that. It's the same one for firepower.
Ah, okay, yep. Okay, here we go. This must be paid start. If not, yeah, model immediately returns to the individual models. Then replace the two within 2 inches of the core combiner. So yeah, I guess technically in base-to-base contact with the enemy would still be within 2 inches.
Mm-hmm.
Makes it feel like it's not worth punching you. But it's just so antithetical to...
You might punch your arm off, right? And I have to disassemble.
I might.
At least try it.
But first, I'm getting revenge from a little buddy. I'm shooting Hydra.
Oh, okay.
Alright. So how much health he got left? It's not a huge amount, is it?
3. Oh.
That should probably
Okay.
do it.
Yeah, he's gone. Thank you. He's gone. Vaporized by lightning beams from Destroyer's eyes.
While I'm standing here, I'll just shoot you in the face and try and shoot a leg off.
Give me some red dice.
No, you only get 4. Come on. Come on. There it
Ooh,
is.
Snap.
11.
11.
Legs 11.
Oh, snap. 6
so
damage.
6 points of damage.
Okay, we're going to distribute.
So you need 6 d6s.
We got him. We
or
got
1d6 6 times. So you're just going to go 1 down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down the line for your randomisation.
Yeah, okay. I'm not going to argue with you. How many was it? 6.
6. So just roll.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Just Yahtzee.
And we'll re-roll the 6s, right?
Yeah. Yahtzee. Show me Yahtzee.
Re-roll and re-roll.
Oh, nothing's going down. Oh, that's a bit of pain though.
It is a bit of pain. So what do we got here? We've got 4 left. And we've got,
So
who's number
Octo's.
2? A 1 on that?
Yep.
So 3 left on him. Oh, where's all my dice gone? Have you got 'em? I gave them all to you.
Well, to be fair, you were busy slaughtering all my guys.
4 takes the damage, so we got 3. And then we've
4
got...
takes 2.
Oh yeah, and 4 takes 2. He's only on 2 left.
Yeah. Ooh.
And we didn't get any 5s.
No 5s.
Oh dear.
How do you respond, sir? Because this is going to be the make or break moment.
Well, I'm going to pay me cost.
Oh, it's on. I think we were.
And we're going to move in.
We were talking all around it because it's like it
And I'm
seems.
that's me move, and that's me smash face.
It seems like
So
it's
we've got-
actually the
how
suboptimal
many-
move.
How many
3 purples.
3 purples? No, I've got 2 purples,
Oh, sorry, 3 blacks.
3 blacks, and my additional black. It's up. Is it 3 blacks total, or I think it's only?
I believe.
I think it's 2 plus 2 blacks, isn't it?
So, close attack. Add 2 extra black
Okay.
criticals for a total of 3.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. Oh, let's move that out of the way.
That's the extra 2.
Let's move this out of the way. We don't need this anymore.
You might when you run away.
Oh, not that good. 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Ah!
Oh.
He's just done this big smash and you just put up your arm and blocked it.
Not today.
Okay.
But I need to kill all 5 of your guys to win.
Yeah, that's no, you don't. Oh, yeah, but...
You've got points, remember?
Yeah. But they're pretty low. I think you're probably going to smash them now. Okay, recubing.
Well, all my cubes are going there. I'm doing 2 activations, and they're both going to be smashes to the face of something. So
Okay.
I'm recubing.
Go. Give me the red dice.
Alright, Clash of the Titans. The Elementals wage war.
Oh, shite.
Yes, it's all about talking it up before you roll.
Oh, well.
That's 11.
Okay, in that case, he's going to block this. He's going to
Feel my earthy might.
Counter punch.
Oh, Bruce Lee,
Oh,
be like water.
it does work.
Be like water.
He's
Have
only
you
taken
got 11?
2. No, I got 9.
2 damage.
2 damage. What do we get?
Show me.
We
Rubius.
roll those. Oh!
5 and a 1.
5 and a 1, so core combiner goes down to 3.
And
Where's
number
that?
5 takes...
1.
Thermal takes his first point of damage.
He does.
I was really hoping for a pair of 4s.
Okay.
Activation the second. Same as the first.
Oh, that's
a 10.
Shite. This is the second block coming through.
Spuds, always. Show me the spuds.
8. Takes another 2.
Pair of 4s, pair of 4s.
We don't want 4s.
3 and a 2.
3 and a 2. They're getting down. So this is 2, so he goes down to 2. Where is it?
I'll just grab these 6.
You can see that I never played D&D when I was a kid. There we go, 2. And what was the other one? 3?
Yeah.
He's in 2 as well. Oh dear.
So you're in the warning zone.
Is it my turn then?
Yeah, I've grabbed the 6 red dice. It's your turn.
Oh, do we pay? Or do we disassemble and just wallop massively?
Or do you just scatter and run out the
No.
clock?
I just don't know.
You've only got to run out 2
If I
turns.
disassemble, right, and it doesn't work, I'm dead.
And also, you'll
You'll kill 2 a turn, right?
Yeah, I don't think I can. If you disassemble,
What
I
turn
don't
is
think
this?
I can beat you. Because this is turn 6, so there's only 2 more turns, and you've got 5 models. I think this is where you could have a free beardy cowardly win.
We can do beardly cowardly. I'm just thinking if we let the combat models stack up,
You haven't.
he's going to get 3. He's going to get a black, so he's going to get another purple, another purple, another purple, another purple. That could work.
It could, but if you disassemble, I'm probably disassembling, and well, I will disassemble.
Yeah, next turn you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I could whack you before then.
Oh, you'd like to think you could.
Yeah. But you could disassemble next turn anyway.
Yeah, and my guys are
See
tougher.
what Bot War does to your mind? Go on, I'll pay the price. I'll pay the price and wallop old mate. So walloping him once.
I do love that we keep talking about the optimal strategy, but why would you do that when you could have the 2 Titans?
I think I've got that many black.
Yeah.
Yep. Here we go. Oh, not
Ooh,
that good.
7.
7.
He chose
Get out of here.
poorly.
Crom! I call on you. And if you don't listen, I'll piss off.
Oh, that's... Ooh,
11. Deal with it. Thanks, Crom.
I think something's coming through here. Okay. Gaia, Earth Spirit, save my life.
Guy had deserted you, mate.
I somewhat predicted that was going to happen. Alright, so 5 damage. Let's see where they go. And now I'll roll Yahtzee. 2, 3, 3, 4, 4.
Okay. This is just going to be a slugfest. Here, there's 2.
Oh, gone. Okay. So,
People are probably bored now, watching these 2 dudes slug it out.
yeah, just rolling dice back and forth and smashing face.
We're just down to these 2 models now, you realise.
Oh, for now. 3. Because, yeah, I don't know.
Are you going to be the dishonourable person to disassemble, are you? That's what it is now. It's a dishonourable thing to do.
So, if you do it, you may win the game.
Yes!
But at what cost?
Yeah, that's right.
if you disassemble against your will in glorious combat, that's
right.
okay.
Yeah, that's
okay.
right.
The problem is, I think even if that happens, you're going to win it just on the points. So, kids, don't forget about the points. That early tactical play of Anthony's is going to bear fruit.
Come on then, you activating first.
Okay. Well, I have
Are you
too much honour.
disassembling, dishonour?
I have too much honour. Maybe when you fall apart, I might disassemble as my second action and just be 2 inches from my core combiner in base contact with all yours. All right, come on. Come on!
That's not good. It's
9.
Crom! We got 4, 5, 6.
3 through.
This is not gonna... I have a bad feeling about this. Oh, it's 2 4s!
Nazis! And that's an auto.
That's Nami. Nami goes down.
Number 2 takes a point as well.
Number 2, which is also going to die.
Yeah.
Because
he'll take a point, and then everyone who falls apart auto takes a point.
that's correct. So we're down to 2 for core combiner, 1 for Agon, and 2 thermal. That's not good.
So
I don't know whether 3 guys can do this.
who's going to eat the second swing?
I haven't actually cubed up.
On the upside, you can boost now.
Yeah. Well, I
So-
think we're going to have to go with...
Well, I've still
Okay.
got a second swing.
Oh,
Anthony.
have you? Oh,
Slow,
okay.
slow down.
Oh.
I'm not done killing you yet.
Oh, okay.
So who's alive? 2, 2, 2. No one with a shield. No, good to know. Who's got a magnetic disruption?
Thermal.
Just thermal? Right, just in case you do any naughty thermal disruption shenanigans.
I'm boosting.
I think
He's
thermal.
2 shields.
Pity roll.
4.
He only takes 2 damage.
Yeah, he needs 2 damage. It's all coming apart. I could be snatching defeat from the jaws of victory here.
Never seen that before. I was just making sure your models weren't behind the obelisk.
Okay, let's go with Agon first. So we're going to fight with a boost.
And a friend.
And a friend. It's not too bad.
Well, what is it? It's 5 dice?
Yeah.
You're rolling the same number of dice, just slightly different distributions.
Oh.
Puny weakling.
Okay. So Octo's going to fight with a boost. So he's got 2 ranged, boost is 3, gets his black critical, he's got, that's right, and he's got a friend. So he's going to get 5.
He can do it.
Better.
3, 6, 10. Puny weakling does 1 point of damage.
How many guys have you got? Anyone on one?
No.
Left? Oh,
1, 2, 3, 4.
well, we're going to do that again.
Although you are wearing roller down, he's got 2 left.
Well, we're going to do it again. My second activation. Ah, what a failure that is.
Well,
4.
I could roll blank.
I'll get out of here.
5.
Ah,
Hey, on the upside, we're rolling into the
glorious
final turn.
Atlantica. Smashed into oblivion.
If you can keep one model alive,
That's not going to happen.
you win.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, I might disassemble.
You don't have to.
Just disassemble it.
You can just go, bah!
So have you cubed up?
Have I queued up?
I'll just grab all these black dice and push those red dice out.
I don't need that many red dice now.
No.
Who are you fighting against?
Well, I have to kill both, so it doesn't really matter which I swing at first. So we'll save Octo for last.
Aegon's boosting.
9.
Doesn't matter what he boosts, he's gone. Oh, glorious Atlantica.
You could have won if you were cowardly and dishonourable.
And I'll boost this one as well.
If he survives this, you win the game.
Wow, we've only got 4 dice. It's impossible. It's impossible. You got 10. You got 9.
So, yeah, I think
No, it's not impossible. If I roll all 2s.
I've actually got 11.
Have you? Oh, you have 2. I nearly did it. Good game, mate. Oh, that was a bit of a swing. I thought I was going to smash that through then.
Victory for Destroyer. Available for pre-order now.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, but it's not coming from you, so that's
Oh, that's fair enough then. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the game. Probably not as much as we did. We haven't played for months.
3 months, yeah.
Yeah, months now. So hopefully I'll be able to upload this to YouTube and share the link. So we'll probably try and do more of those, considering there's a fair few subscribers to the YouTube channel now. So yeah, a bit of a different game. What we probably should have done is I should have just concentrated on the objective more and not walked Moray out for a looky-loo.
Well, that's it. You had the numbers advantage and the points lead, so you could have run and just
In a tournament game, I would have done that, right? Like, this is having a bit of a fun game. So you had to get the 2 big guys fighting each other.
Well, that's it.
So yeah. But yeah, it was pretty fun. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully this uploads good because it was quite a fun game. Okay, catch us later. Bye.